Today, we're going to do a bit of a balance practice. So get ready for that. I will start by in a seated position today. So if you want to come to a comfortable seat, you can do that in a chair or on the floor, whatever you prefer today. Once you make your way there, you can roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Allow your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. And close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you today. And bring your attention to your breath. Notice your breath coming into the body and the breath going out. Start to take long, slow, deep breaths in. And long, slow, deep breaths out. Take a silent moment in your day to focus on one of the natural processes of your body, the breath. On your next inhale, you can reach the crown of the head for the ceiling to elongate the spine. You can reach the arms overhead if that is in your practice. And then exhale, bring the right hand down to the right side. Lean the body over to the right. You can reach that hand, left hand over, left fingertips over to the right, or you can keep that hand on your left hip or your left shoulder. Breathe into the left side of the rib cage. Keep the left hip and knee reaching for the ground. Inhale back through center. Exhale the left hand down to the left side. Lean the body over to the left. Same options for that right hand. Reach the right hip and knee for the ground. Inhale back to center. Bring the hands, fingers facing forward towards behind you, behind the hips. And you can bring the chest, lift the chest forward, keep the head facing forward, arch through the spine. And come back to center. And then we'll make our way to standing however you would like to do that. You can flow through downward facing dog, if that's in your practice. And we're just going to meet in a forward fold. So if you have a chair or some blocks, or you can reach for the ground, whatever feels best for your practice. You can bring the feet about hip distance apart. So you can check that by bringing two fists between the toes. And you can bend into one knee and then the other. See if you can keep an elongated spine so that you're not trying to round towards the ground. If you are having trouble, you can always bend your knees more or get a higher chair, something to help you keep the spine elongated to really focus on your hamstring stretch here. The blocks are nice because you can move them to different levels. You can also use a small stool or books, a stack of books maybe. I think I already said a chair. And you can rock forward and back, rise up onto your toes, rock back onto your heels. You can lean from side to side, shift the weight in the feet. Feel your feet planted. And we will move into our first balancing posture. So we'll do a little bit of a standing split. So raise the left toes up off of the ground, spread them wide, and then set them back down so that your foot has made this wide platform. And see if you can really press your foot into the ground, like you're almost gripping the ground with that foot. And then lean the body over towards the left so that the weight is in the left side of your body on the left foot, so that maybe your center of gravity is over the left side. And then begin to slide the right foot back. Lift the heel. You can be on the toe. You can stay here. You can start to lift that foot a little bit. And the further that you lift it, focus on using the strength of the glute. And instead of opening the hips towards the right, you're using the strength of that left glute, and you're keeping the hips level with one another. So not opening the hip to the side, but keep the hips level to one another. Keep a slight bend in that left knee, so you're not locking out the knee, but keeping a slight bend. And you might be able to go further than me. I think that's about as far as I got today. And We'll come back down. You can let the toe come down and then slide that right foot back into place next to the left foot. I also didn't mention that you can kind of keep yourself balanced a little easier if you have your hands resting on the ground or blocks or a chair. And we'll do the same on the other side. So lift the toes on the right foot, spread them wide, and then set them back down. Lean the weight over to the right side. Keep a slight bend in that right knee. And once you feel centered and grounded on that right side, you can start to slide the left foot back. You can lift the heel off of the ground, come up to the ball of the foot, point the toe, let the toe stay on the ground, and then begin to use the left glute to lift the left leg off of the ground. Again, we're not opening the hips to the right. We're just using the glute strength to lift the leg into the air. And breathe. And lower the leg back down to the ground. Toes touch first. You can slide the left foot back into place next to the right. Notice how you're feeling here. How do the hamstrings feel? You can bend one knee and then the other. And from here, I'm going to step the right foot back. Find your foundation. So stay on the right ball of the foot. Keep that left foot planted, grounded. Find some strength in that left leg. And we'll bring the arms overhead, or you can do cactus arms or on the hips, hands on the hips for our forward lunge. See if you can keep that heel stacked over the ball of the foot on the back leg. And again, hips are not opening towards the side. You can pull that left hip back to keep the hips square to the front. And then we'll step that right foot back up to meet the left and step the left foot back. Keep the heel stacked over the ball of the foot. Bend into the right knee. Right knee is stacked over the right ankle. Again, same options for the hands. And the arms can be overhead, cactus arms on the hips. And breathe. And then you can step that left foot back up to meet the right. And the feet are still hip distance apart. And we'll just sway back and forth, lean the body back and forth between the feet. Feel the weight shifting. You can go forward to back. Feel all of the places on the feet press into the ground as your weight shifts. And I'm also going to talk about a drishti point. Maybe you've heard of this, maybe you haven't heard of this, but your drishti is your focal point. It helps you focus the mind, it can help calm the mind, but it's also very useful for balance poses, postures, or balancing. So, what you want to do is find an unmoving object or point, maybe even a spot on the wall or the floor that's about 4 or 5 feet in front of you. And to help you balance, you just focus on that one spot, your drishti. So we'll keep that in mind as we work on our balance poses. So come back to center. You can roll the shoulders back and down the spine. See if you can find where your center is, your center line from front to back, side to side. And then we will lift the left toes off of the ground, spread them wide, and set them back down. We're going to start to shift the weight of the body over to the left foot. For me, I can already, because I don't practice balance poses probably very often, I can already feel my left foot working really hard just by feeling all of my weight be in my left side. So, if you are feeling similarly, we're going to bring the right foot over and bring the heel of the right foot just leaning onto the left kind of ankle, just above the ankle. We'll do a kickstand here, and this is our first version of tree pose. You can keep the arms down at the side. You can bring them up above in prayer or out, the hands with the hands out, really be a tree. You could even wave in the wind if you feel really confident about your balance. And you can stay here and you can practice tree pose just like this. Find your drishti, find your focal point, and focus on balancing on your left foot. If you would like to continue into another version, you can start to lift that right foot up and rest it on your left calf, just below your knee. And the right hip is open to the front. So you're going to use the left glute, pull back that right hip, right knee. Got to find my focal point. I'm looking at myself and I'm moving, and that's not helpful. So you can find your drishti, stay here. Same options for the hands. And last version option that you can go for if you would like, I probably will not stay here. I don't even know if I can, is you can bring your foot above the knee. You never want to be on the knee because that will put too much pressure on that joint there. And bring the foot above the knee so that the heel is close to the groin. And my body is not going to have that practice today. But you understand the idea. So your leg is here, just like it would be here. Same kind of concept. Use the glute to help pull that right hip back. See if you can keep the hips in one line horizontally. So we're not lifting that hip high. We're keeping the hips in line. And you can find your expression of tree pose today. And I talked for a long time, so if you were holding this forever, you can bring that right foot back down to the ground, shake out that left foot and leg, do whatever you feel like you need to do to reset that foot a little bit. And we'll come back to balancing on both feet. You can shift the weight again, back and forth, front and back. And then we'll lift the right toes off of the ground, spread them wide, set them back down. Grip the ground with that right foot. Again, same options on this side. So we can come into kickstand, bring the left heel just above the right ankle. Again, I don't think I mentioned this on the other side, but we're still going to just use the glutes to help pull the knee back. So we're not moving the whole body, just the knee is going to come out to the side. And actually, it's also not just the glute, but you have much tinier little muscles in your hip that help to do that motion with the knee, and it can be helpful to strengthen those as well. Again, we're keeping the hips in line, not hitching this hip, but keeping them in line. Same options, so you can stay here in kickstand, or you can bring the left foot onto the calf, the right calf, or above the knee, onto the thigh. And options for the hands can be down at the side, heart center, in prayer above the head, or in tree. And remember to find your focal point, your drishti. Just an unmoving point 4 or 5 feet away from you. And breathe here in tree pose. Maybe you have a favorite tree that you can think of to bring in your grounding and help you stay balanced. And we can come back to center. Shake out that right foot if that feels good. Do some circles, whatever you need to do. And we're going to take a little bit of a wider stance. If you have a yoga mat, you can keep the feet about as wide as the yoga mat, toes pointed out at a 45-degree angle. And we're just going to drop the hips down below the knees and move back and forth in your range of motion. Play with the hips. You can press into one thigh and the other. And then we'll find stillness here in the yogi squat or malasana. You can bring the elbows the inside of the knees, hands to heart center. You can also use a block or a stair or a stool to sit on if that is helpful in your practice today. And remember to breathe. Feel into your body. You can bring the hands down in front of you, or this is how I like to come out of Malasana, because in some people's practice, they can sit right down right from this posture. And if that is in your practice, feel free to make your way to seated. That is not in my practice. I always fall backwards, and I don't like that. So I bring my hands forward and then just come down to my knees. Swing the legs out to the side and sit down. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. We'll come into cobbler's pose. And from here, take a little forward fold. You can let the head hang or the chin come to the chest. You can even do a little stretching with the head and the neck from side to side, or circles. Remember to breathe. And after doing some balancing, maybe your feet are feeling a little extra worked today, so you can always start doing some compressions, some squeezing on the feet in this posture. Just use the hands. You can use your fist and use some body weight to press into the sole of the foot. And we'll bring the legs out long. Come down to your back, laying down. Bring the knees into the chest. And you can rock from side to side. Give yourself a little back massage. And you can use a belt if you need, or a robe strap or a scarf or something. You can hook it around your feet and hold on to that, or you can hold on to the back of the thighs, or you can reach the hands between the knees, the inside of the knees for the outside of the feet, and come into happy baby. Again, remember to breathe. Bring the soles of the feet together. I like to bring one foot closer, or like reach it closer to my face, and then bring the other foot and reach it close to my face, because that actually helps to stretch out those muscles, those uh, outside of the hip muscles that I was talking about earlier, that we use to help bring the knee out, but also help stabilize when balancing. You can bring both hands to the outside of one foot, and then try to pull the foot towards the face just a bit. You should feel a stretch in the glute area. You can do the other side. Maybe you feel a stretch elsewhere as well. I'm feeling this even in my hamstring a bit. The crease of my hip. You could feel this really anywhere. And then you can bring the knees together, rock from side to side, and eventually bring the knees over to the left side. If you'd like less of a twist, you can always bring the feet to the mat and then allow the knees to gently fall over to the left. If you'd like more of a stretch, you can straighten that bottom leg. Use the left hand on the outside of the right thigh to pull that knee closer to the ground. See if you can keep the right shoulder blade grounded wherever you are. And you can turn the head to the right and breathe. Long, slow, deep breaths in. Long, slow, deep breaths out. And then bring the head back to center. Knees can come back to center. And whatever you did on the left side, you can mirror that on the right side. And then turn the head to look left, or option to turn the head. Long, slow, deep breath in. Long, slow, deep breath out. Bring the head back to center. Knees can come back to center. Hug the knees into the body one last time before you allow the legs to come out long. You can let the feet be as wide or wider than the mat. Press the back of the head into the floor to find some space to tuck the shoulder blades, roll the shoulders down the spine, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Let the hands come out to the sides, palms face up. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And sigh it out on the exhale. Let's do that again. And as you sigh it out, see if you can allow your whole body to sigh, to exhale, to let go. Inhale, sigh it out. Scan for any last places that might still be quietly holding on. Maybe your eyes, or your jaw, or your chest. Maybe your hands, your hips, your toes. Allow all the places in the body to relax for just a few moments. Let the ground hold you. Bring some awareness back into your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring some movement into your wrists and ankles. Make circles. Allow that movement to come into your arms and your legs. Let the legs be out long. Bring them together. The arms out long overhead. You can stretch the fingertips away from the toes. Take a yawn if that feels good and natural. And then hug the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Eventually rock all the way over to one side and use your bicep as a pillow. Take a long, slow, deep breath here. In and out. And as you're ready, you can use the strength of your arms to help push you back up to a seat. We'll end the practice with 3 ohms today. So we'll take a cleansing breath together. You can inhale and exhale. Inhale for Om. You can bring the hands to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in this practice today, to guide you into your body, into your balance. Your body thanks you for showing up. And from my heart to yours, thank you.